This week on African Voices, Ian Khama, the president of Botswana and a face of the new generation of African leaders. Join me, Nkepile Mabuse, following a man who finds it hard to stand still. We're scheduled to leave at 8 in the morning, but by 7:30 the president of Botswana is restless and wants to get going. Ian Khama insists on making every second of his life productive, even when he's not working. He may have left the military over 10 years ago, but he still has a soldier's love of action.
I don't actually relax. I find it difficult just to sit down and not do anything and look over some nice scenery. So I'm very much an outdoors person. Maybe that is why one of the reasons I joined the military.
Khama was the commander of the Botswana Defence Force before becoming vice president in 1998 and then president last year. He's a qualified pilot and often flies himself on official trips.
I learned how to fly years ago. Started off as with a private pilot's license, then obtained a commercial pilot's license. Then when the military was formed, I also flew aircraft in the military. So I just thought that, well, if I'm going from A to B, and if it's in an aircraft that I know how to fly, instead of sitting in the back as a passenger, I may as well be up front flying it myself.
On this particular trip, he's the co-pilot. He's taking us to a project he hopes will become Botswana's next big tourist attraction, the Krihaba Caves. For a man aged 56, Khama is in exceptional physical health.
So how far do we have to walk from here?
Oh no, it's a very short walk. It's just by that tree over there. You can hear that generator.
The first caves were discovered in the mid-1930s, but more have recently been found.
But this one, unfortunately, we wouldn't open up for tourism because the
one that we're going to?
The one we're going into, yeah. Because of the difficulty of going inside. Because if anybody got injured going in, it would be almost impossible to get them out, as you'll see.
Nothing could have prepared me for the physically grueling and frightening task I was about to embark upon.
This is where you're going down, in there.
The president makes it look easy. Going through a crack less than half a meter wide, then down a 12-meter deep shaft, it's quite an ordeal. Through tiny, narrow passages with twists and turns. And crawling on your belly, the only way to get there. But in the end, it's all worth it. In the main cave are magnificent formations of stalagmite and stalactite, formed over thousands of years from water dripping through and dissolving the rock of the cave.
The stalactites are the ones that come from the top, and the stalagmite is the one that forms from the bottom. And then you've got these small, spindly ones which are like straws. Those are called helictites. So what happens is that over time, over many, many years, like you see this one here, this stalactite will eventually join with this stalagmite, as has happened here.
Although spectacular, this experience is not for the claustrophobic or faint-hearted.
Okay. Is there something to step on there?
You have to use your arms now. You have to heave. If you want help, you should give us a shout.
Wow, thanks guys.
Now you're earning your salary
Thank
today.
you very much. Sure. Oh my God, you're not filming that.
Work is something Khama embraces. He describes himself as a hands-on leader and has big ambitions for his sparsely populated country. He also has the advantage of a high-profile political pedigree. The Khama family has Botswana in its DNA. The country's first president was his father, Sir Seretse Khama. Khama Sr. was a tribal chief who made international headlines when he married Ruth Williams, a British woman, in 1948. The interracial marriage caused outrage in Botswana, then a British colony, and especially in then apartheid South Africa. The newlyweds were forced into exile in England, where the current president was born. They returned to Botswana in 1956 after Khama's tribe resolved to accept his white wife. 10 years later, Botswana gained independence from Britain, and Sir Seretse Khama became the country's first president, remaining in office until 1980. Khama Sr. built one of the most successful economies in the world on Botswana's diamond wealth and thriving beef industry. But Ian Khama knows that diamonds aren't forever.
So we came here.
He wants to diversify Botswana's economy, and expanding tourism is one priority. But he has plenty of other challenges, and we'll find out when we get back to the capital, Gaborone.